but the solution tends to be rather broad. And in life coaching, whereas the question or the problem might be very broad, the solution is very focused.
Wow. So that's very interesting. Now, you know, everybody knows about Michael Jordan. And Michael Jordan, you know, is the biggest or the best basketball of all time. If depends on who you're talking to. And he always emphasized the importance of having a coach. He even had a personal coach that was coaching him personally. For those of people that think that, well, what do I need a coach for? You know, I'm already an executive. I'm a CEO of Fortune 500 companies. What do you say to these people?
Well, you know, that's a really interesting question because I always ask an executive, I say, okay, who's your coach? Like, who is your coach, right? Do you have a coach? And they say no. Like you said, they're like, no, I don't have one. I've already achieved excellence. I'm at the top of my game. Like, okay. And to your point, Michael Jordan, he was very, very good, talent-wise, just raw talent, but he continued to excel, and he always had, whether it was, you know, Phil Jackson or whoever his coach was in the NBA or even earlier in college. And like you said, he also had his own personal coaches. He would not have won those championships without a coach. He would have been a very good ball player, but he never would have won a championship. Nobody's going to win a championship without a coach in sports. It's actually impossible, right? If you want to win in a team sport, you have to have a coach to get there. And I would say, as an executive,
Right?
yeah, as an executive, if you want to win the championship, you can be excellent. You can be very, very good at your sport, at your game, at your role. But if you really want to excel to championship level, you have to have a coach.
Yeah, it's a lot of, I mean, a lot of people make the analogy that business is a sport, even though we're looking at it differently. But you're looking at the CEOs, I mean, a lot of the packages they're receiving, it's the same way as a basketball player is receiving a contract, a 5-year deal, 10-year deal, and you know how many millions they're receiving. It's a contract, and they have to perform. A lot of the times, those contracts are contingent of their performance, and a lot of times we may be thinking that, well, I performed in the past, I can continue of performing, you know, on a higher level, and it's not necessarily true. Now, do you have, I mean, can you share with us any success story as far as somebody that you have worked with and you took them from that's always already successful? Because a lot of times it's a lot harder to convince or to persuade, I should say, somebody that's already have some success or somebody that's really successful, but that could either, you know, 2x their success or 3x their success if they were working a coach, because you can really harness the power they have already have within them, and then, you know, get them to the next